Hey, it's Thursday night, 7 o'clock, and you know what that means. It's time for Bobcats Beyond the Field. We're here at Circuit World in East Ellijay. Hey, first of all, you come on down to Circuit World. If you've never been in here and it's your first time in, you come into the counter, fetchyournews.com, 10% off your first purchase. Don't forget, Circuit World here of East Ellijay. We want to thank Shane's Rib Shack for providing the meal for the players and the coach tonight, and also we want to thank Pepsi for providing drinks. We have tonight our guests are Coach Terry Luck. He is the quarterbacks coach and the receivers coach. We've got tonight with us, we got on the couch right now in our first segment, Tyler Button. He is a junior, strong safety. We've got Dylan Stewart, junior, started out as a guard, has moved over to center right now, right? Yes, has moved over in the center. We've got Dylan Stewart. Is that how I pronounce your first name, or did I get it wrong?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
I want to make sure. And then we got Dylan Ledford will be with us after this first segment. He's a sophomore wide receiver. And then we've got Dustin Brenner will be with us in the next segment also. He's a junior offensive tackle. Before we get started, when we get into region play, we get serious about our football here at Team FYN Sports. And before we get into the show, let's run down the region. 7 Quad A is like this right now. The Cartersville is 3-0 in the region. Pickens is 2-1. Northwest Whitfield is 3-1. Heritage is 2-1. Southeast Whitfield is 2-2 in the region. Ridgeland 1-2. Lafayette 0-3, and Gilmer is 0-3, and that's how 7 Quad A stacks up right now. Homecoming, big week at Huff Mosley Pettit Field. First homecoming out on Pettit Field this Friday night at 7:30. Let's get started here. Coach, thanks for being here. What I've been doing with all of the coaches that come over, a lot of new staff, almost everybody on the sidelines new. So everybody sees you up in the stands on Friday night. A lot of people and the fans and parents still don't know you. Tell us who you are, where you come from. I know something. I want to hear a little bit of the Browns. See if you can bring up the Browns just a little bit, Coach. But glad to have you. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you for having us. We really enjoyed it. This is my first year. The previous 2 years, I worked at a small Christian school in Roswell by the name of Mount Vernon Presbyterian. 2 years before that, I was at North Cobb Christian as their offensive coordinator and also coached baseball. And then really 2 years before that, I was at a small Christian school in Roswell also named Fellowship Christian School. So I'd left corporate America after 31 years at an international ad agency, getting ready to, they were preparing me to be the president of this ad agency, about a $390 million ad agency. Corporate was in Cleveland, Ohio, and I just felt like that I was called to do this, so this is what I'm supposed to do. So I resigned and have been coaching football and teaching ever since. Grew up in North Carolina. Fortunate enough, I got a full scholarship to play football at Nebraska. We had some great years there. Played a couple years with the Browns. Injured my shoulder, ended up retiring, and then coached college football for a couple years. 1 year at North Texas State, and the second year at Washington State University.
How long have you been here in North Georgia?
I've lived in North Georgia really since 1980. We first moved to Ackworth, and now my wife and I, and really all of my children and grandchildren, live either in the Canton area or Holly Springs area.
Coach, we're going to talk to Coach in a minute about quarterbacks and about wide receivers. Bobcats got a lot of young guys on the field. I tell you what, I mean, they're always playing. You're always playing in high school football for Friday night. You're always playing for Friday night. But I tell you what, if you're showing up every Friday night and you're looking at this roster and you see tonight that I have between 4 players, I have a sophomore and 3 juniors, you will see that these guys are playing for Friday night, but there's also a lot of football to come in the future with these guys. Dylan, you started at guard this year. injury to one of your closest friends, I see you guys together all the time, has moved you over to center. Talk about starting. You went through spring weight training. You went through everything. You went through all the spring practice, playing guard, and you know what? For me, let me just say it like this. This has been a drastic change for the Gilmer football program.
Yes, sir.
It has, okay? That being said, if you did all that work at guard and then you just shift over the center, some people might think, well, you just shifted over the center, but you didn't practice at center all summer.
Yes, sir. It's a big
Talk
change.
about that change.
It was a big change just as far as blocking assignments.
Right.
I was fortunate enough during the spring. Me and Garrett shared a little bit of time between right guard and center. So I did work there a little bit during the spring. But summer, time I was healthy, I did work at right guard all summer. I actually tore my meniscus over the summer and had to take a couple weeks off there. But as far as moving back and just trying to learn the blocking assignments all over again, it wasn't easy. It wasn't as easy as people would think it would be.
I understand that because, I mean, I watched you at guard, and I've watched the whole line and been on sideline with the Bobcats for several years. So I know moving over, blocking assignments, if you're sitting up in the stands, it seems easy. I don't know how to put that. But the blocking assignments and knowing where somebody's coming at you is all different when you just shift just a little bit. So I'm proud of you for shifting over there. Now, I don't want to get any of the coaches upset, but is Garrett coaching you? Is he helping you out there?
He's helping out a little bit. Yes,
Is he?
Sir.
Yeah, we miss him, but you're doing a great job. Talk about snapping the ball, because there's you got Damani Dawson, I think that's his name, Steelers center, that is Hall of Fame, and I've seen the Steelers back in the past. They would let free agent wide receivers go before they let him go, because snapping that ball is important. Talk about that.
Yes, sir, it is. It's a big role. You got a lot of pressure on you, knowing that you could blow a game at any point with one bad snap. But you just got to go out there. It's what you prepare yourself for through the week. You just got to go out there and play football.
Wide receivers, quarterback, everything. You want to know the truth? It's always the position I would have never wanted, because I was never coordinated enough to snap and come up quick enough to know where somebody was coming at me. So I always said you could have that position, because I got to think of two things. So my hat's off to you. You're a junior. I'm asking everybody that was on the team last year and has been on the team and played in the Bobcat program this year, what are some of the biggest changes, and how drastic is the change for you?
Some of the biggest changes is just the whole program, the outlook on it. You know, we don't just want to go first, second round of the playoffs anymore. We want to keep building on success and eventually win a state title, bring it back home. Some of the biggest changes has definitely been the tempo, and then in the weight room as well. You know, nothing we do is slow anymore. We're always running, doing whatever we got to do, just trying to get better.
Tyler, let me switch over to you real quick. You started out as a quarterback this year. You had to have hand surgery. Your back end is strong safety. How is your hand doing?
It's feeling pretty good right now.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
Now, are you have to wear a soft cast on Friday night?
I'm not 100% certain yet, but I'll get to that bridge when I come to.
Do you know if have you been released yet, or?
Yes, sir. I've been cleared to play.
All right, because I thought you were going to play last Friday night, and I guess
I thought was too.
you thought so too,
Yes,
huh?
sir.
Doctor said no, right?
Yeah.
So we go with that. Now, strong safety. Have you been playing that position for a long time? Have you played it before?
No. Last time I played defense was my freshman year. I played outside linebacker. That was the last time I played defense. I just played it a little bit in JV. I've been focusing on quarterback for the past 3 years, so moving over was a pretty big change.
Pretty big change. Now, you played on the team last year.
Yes, sir.
What are the biggest changes you have seen, the positives you have seen this year as far as, you know what, you guys are young adults. You know what, they're not resulting in the W right now, okay, but you're putting the work in. I know you're putting the work in. So there are positives. There definitely are. What positives are you seeing?
One of the things Dylan said was tempo. There's definitely one of them, you know. Sometimes walking into some of Tank's practices, like on Mondays and Tuesdays, no one ever wanted to really practice. They'd come in, it was slow, it was boring. Nobody wanted to practice. And now we come in, we've got all the music playing now at practice, and everybody's actually just really pumped up and they're ready to play.
Ready to
so
play.
That's a big change that I've noticed. Just tempo.
Guys, before we go to our first break, I ask all the players this. I do a show on Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and we do 3 shows a week with 2 of them different teams. I ask every player, Friday night it's over, you go home, all right, you tell your mom all about the game, because Daddy, he's all like that, but so you got to go talk to your mom. Come on, don't you smile, man? Come on, man. I'm going to get you to smile sooner or later. But anyhow, you got the weekend. You show up for practice Monday morning, Monday afternoon. When you get there, what do you say personally yourself, internally say to yourself, this is what I think I can do better this week? What do you say when you get there Monday?
Spend a lot of time. We actually come in on Sundays and watch film. So you got to take that home with you Sunday evening, see what the coaches told you as far as corrections go. Just take those and focus on them throughout the week and prepare yourself for the next game.
How about you?
Well, at strong safety, because this is the first time I played defense in forever. I mean, I'm having to think about so many different things that I can improve on because I haven't played the position ever. So, I mean, I've got a lot going through my mind about what I need to improve on. Backpedaling, getting my eyes off the quarterback, staying on my reads, knowing what the coverages are, because learning all this new coverages and everything. So that's some of the things that I need to improve on.
What do you see in the Southeast Whitfield in your film? What have you watched this week coming at you? Their defense coming at you in the center.
A lot of it is their interior line. I mean, they're okay. There's nothing like we've faced before as far as Cartersville goes. But their defensive end, he really likes to squeeze down. We just got to make sure we get that down block on him every play, and we should be all right.
Well, Team F Lion Sports is proud of you guys. I'm glad to have you here. We're going to go to our first break. You're not getting away that easy, Coach. When we come back, I've got your questions ready, okay?
Good.
So, hey, I am BKP. You're watching Bobcats Beyond the Field. We're here at Circuit World in East LJ. We're here talking to Coach Terry Luck. We're going to come back, talk about quarterback and receivers. When we get back in our second segment, we're going to have on the couch with us Dylan Ledford and Dustin Brenner. Again, BKP, Bobcats Beyond the Field. We'll be back after these brief messages.
I'm Sheriff Dane Kirby, and I'll stand up for you.
I'm Stacy Nicholson, Sheriff of Gilmer County, and I will stand up for you.
Stand up and speak out. No matter how rich, cool, talented you believe yourself to be, how you treat people ultimately tells all. I am Allison Sosby, District Attorney, and I'll stand up for you.
LJ Tire Company since 1955. With a huge range of tires at the lowest price and fast, hassle-free service, LJ Tire is all you need every time. LJ Tire carries only the top brands in the industry: Cooper, Michelin, Mickey Thompson, Pirelli, and Yokohama. Stop in and let AES certified mechanics change your oil today. Life doesn't slow down for car maintenance, and LJ Tire won't either. If your car is tired of its tires, go to LJ Tire.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
All-new Schottenkirk Ford in Jasper. Highway 515 South, Jasper. SchottenkirkFordJasper.com.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Let it ride during the Lucky 7 sales event at Lifetime Kia. Come try your luck in the Money Machine. Yes, come take a test drive and you get a chance to grab for cash in the Money Machine. Plus, shop big-time savings on every vehicle in stock. And remember, Kias come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. And Lifetime Kia will extend that warranty for as long as you own it. Come try your luck in the Money Machine and experience the savings at Lifetime Kia.
El Rey in Ellijay.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey in Ellijay.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Only one thing beats a day's price on a new Chevy. It's our pre-owned price. Now at the Days Chevy Jasper Pre-Owned Super Center. Save thousands off original MSRP on the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in the North Georgia mountains. Cars, trucks, SUVs, even luxury vehicles. Many with factory warranty. And all thousands below new car prices. We can even help rebuild your credit. Save thousands today at the Days Chevy Jasper Pre-Owned Super Center. The North Georgia mountains big volume, low price leader.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hey, and we're back. I'm BKP, your host. You're watching Bobcats Beyond the Field. Hey, every Thursday night we're here at Circuit World in East Ellijay. Just a reminder, if you come down to Circuit World in East Ellijay and you've never shopped here before, you say fetch your news, go to the counter, fetch your news, 10% off your first purchase. We want to thank Shane's Rib Shack for providing the meal for the players and the coach here tonight. Also Pepsi for providing drinks. We're talking 7 Quad A football. In this segment, I've got on the couch with me sophomore wide receiver Dylan Ledford and junior offensive tackle Dustin Brenner. I got that right?
Yes.
Got that right. Now, before we left, in our first segment, I brought up that we have 3 juniors and a sophomore, and we're always trying to win on Friday night. Never going to change. You're coming out Friday night trying to win the ball game. But I'm excited tonight, Team FYN Sports, to be able to bring you some future Bobcats that you're going to see again next year. And the program has drastically changed. These guys are working hard, and it's paying off. I know it's paying off. I believe that. Hey, guys, we're going to go right into this coming week. You're facing Southeast Whitfield. It's homecoming. As a wide receiver, homecoming, you're Southeast Whitfield. What are you seeing in their film this week on defense? How did you guys prepare this week?
Well, as a wide receiver, we've been looking at how they line up their outside linebackers to the strong side, and we've been really focusing on our short routes, how to get around them, and how to get first downs every time.
Just to let you guys know, Southeast Whitfield out there, they're 4-3 overall. They're 2-2 in the region. They're coming Friday night over to Huff Mosley. They're coming off a loss to the Pickens Dragons, 31-14, but they did beat Northwest Whitfield this year. That is 7 Quad A football out there. If you follow it on any given night, a team changes up, and it's a solid division. Offensive tackle, talk a little bit about the front line, and let me say, what has been the difference this year in pass rush blocking and run blocking, because it seems like the pass rush blocking, you're getting that, but the run blocking, there's been some difficulty. What are you seeing on the front line that you guys are having to work on?
Well, this week, like Dylan said, the ends are pretty good at squeezing, so we really got to work on that. And difference between pass blocking, kind of like this year, we've worked more on like setting back more, as of like last year. We'd kind of just like fire on and hold our blocks and stuff. And run game wise, we're just taught to like run our track and just go 100% every play.
So talk about that from last year to this year. You touched on it there. The biggest changes being on. Did you play the offensive line last year?
Yes, sir.
The biggest changes, like last year to this year, and are you guys getting settled in with the changes?
Yeah, it's much different from last year. Like they said, it's more tempo, a lot more like up energy and stuff. Coach Graves, he's really been doing a good job coaching, and yeah.
Once you guys get, once you see, are you seeing this? Are you seeing that once you apply yourself this entire season, how every game that this is going to end up producing the fruit that you're looking to get?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess.
But
Yeah.
well, every week you're looking. When you guys say it's a drastic change, every week it's getting to where you say, "Oh, all right, this is. I could see this. I could see this. I could see where we're going with this." You know what I'm saying? That's what I was getting to. How about yourself with that?
I mean, we talk about it all the time, how one day or one time it's just going to click and we're going to be good from there on out. But we talk about all the time that we're putting in all this hard work in the summer and in the spring, and it'll show. But we just have to be patient and keep working hard until it does show.
Coach, talk about the young team that you have. Now, got a lot of good seniors, a lot of great seniors on the team, but you've got a lot of young players that you're developing right now. I mean, unfortunately, Tyler out early in the year as quarterback. You are the quarterback coach. Talk about, I've got a freshman quarterback. Talk about that. I got a freshman quarterback. Guy can throw the ball. Guy can play quarterback, but he is a freshman. Talk about working with him.
Well, David is a nice. We got some top-notch young men. We really do. I mean, good quality young men, and Dave is one of them. He's not very tall. I don't know how much taller he's going to get, but you're right. He's got a strong arm, but he's just 15 years old. And I know sometimes we have conversations in our meetings, and we see these things that we'd like to take advantage of that maybe the opponent's doing. But we've also got to take into consideration he may have taken 100 snaps in his life since he started.
Right.
So it's one of those things that you just can't turn the light switch on and automatically it's there. I think we really have to bring him along slowly, not give him too much to digest. And maybe we've probably done that a little bit, but he's handled it well. So it's a challenge, but it's been fun. It's been fun. He's gotten better. He's grown. He's matured. And he's getting a little more vocal, which I've really had to push him to do that because he's fairly quiet, and he wants to make sure everybody is okay. So I told him, I said, you got to be a little more vocal, particularly when we're lining up and we're trying to run fast and run up-tempo things. But he's done a good job considering the situation he got thrown into.
Right.
He's done a good job, and I think he's handled it well.
I know you don't want to leave any of the kids' names out, but the guys that are starting right now and in the rotation, you've got a lot of good young receivers.
Oh,
lot of good young receivers.
Absolutely.
Highlight a couple of those guys and highlight a couple of them. Talk about a couple of those guys tonight.
Well, I'll tell you this. I think Drake, well, this guy right here has done a nice job. He's done a nice job. And I'll tell you, we ask our receivers to play a couple of different positions, which gives us some more flexibility if we are moving people around to try to take advantage of matchups or coverages. I mean, he's done a real nice job. Drake's done a nice job. He's made some good catches. It's been a situation where our kids have worked hard. I mean, I can't imagine they would catch any more balls in a day than they catch when we're practicing, because when they're not involved in special teams or whatever, we're down throwing and catching and running routes and doing those kinds of things. And again, that's a situation when you develop those skills. It's not something that you just turn the switch on and it's there. You know, try something as simple as telling people to watch the ball in their hands. I've even taken and put numbers on the ends of the ball, and I want them to catch it and be able to say, number 4, tuck it away. Number 2, tuck it away. It's just a process, but our kids have, I think, really grasped that whole part of this up-tempo system. I run this same system at the last 2 schools that I've been, and it can really take advantage of the opponents if they're not in good shape, number 1. Number
Right.
2, and they're not used to having an up-tempo team play them. Because for the most part, we want to run 70 to 75, maybe 80 plays a game. Most of the teams that are not up-tempo will run 48, 50. So we want to run a lot of plays. And our philosophy is, Coach Gray's philosophy is, the more plays we run, the more opportunities we have to score. So it's interesting. But the kids have really embraced it.
Well, you know, I'm watching, and you want to come home on Friday night. You got the W, and you got a quarterback here, and you're able to look at your stats, and they hit 6 different receivers. The ball went to about 6 different people, and that's when it's coming along. And when you got that, and you guys are right there of having got a lot of great receivers on the field. I watched on Friday night, a lot of great receivers. I've asked the other guys this. I'm going to ask you the same question before we close up. When you come in on Monday and you've watched film and you went home and you thought about it, what did you come in Monday to practice and say, I can do better at?
Well, we watched a lot of film Sunday, and one thing that I noticed about myself, and it's something we talk about as receivers all the time in practice, is I need to be more quarterback friendly. I need to help him out more and get open more myself. And another thing is punting. I need to work on my punting more and my ball placement, because sometimes in practice they're not so great, and I need to work more on my consistency.
What about yourself?
Sunday, last Sunday, my issue is like finishing blocks, like stopping after the whistle blows, and pass setting better, and just going 100% every play.
You know, these are my words. You know when we got a problem is when I ask you guys that question and you don't have an answer.
True.
Okay? True. Always. Doesn't matter how good, how well you play, what teams you play for. If you never have that answer and it's asked of you, that's when there's a problem, because that's what, you know, you're always striving to be better. So you're always looking, what could I have done better? I've really enjoyed having you guys here. Friday night is homecoming. A lot of pressure Friday night, homecoming.
Mm-hmm. Big crowd.
Big crowd, homecoming. Coach, on the quarterbacks, one more thing. David being a freshman, how is he doing physically? Is he okay? I mean, is he okay? Is he picking up everything he's got to pick up?
He has progressed. I'm not going to say dramatically, but he's really progressed well in the last couple of weeks. I tell you, when you put a freshman kid in and he has to go over to Cartersville, I mean, he saw some things over there with their speed and quickness and size that many teams in this region won't see. But I thought he handled himself pretty well.
I do too.
And he's getting better and better.
I do too. I was with him over at Cartersville, and I agree 100%. When you got to walk in and you're playing Cartersville, Southeast Whitfield Friday night on the offensive side of the ball, what are you seeing in their defensive scheme? that you're looking for Friday night?
Well, the one thing I look at when I watch film, I watch how aggressive and how hard their kids play. And they play very hard. They've got 2 or 3 kids that really stand out. We've just got to be conscientious of them. And quite honestly, the way I look at it is if we do what we're supposed to do, when we're supposed to do it, and how we're supposed to do it, we'll be fine. They're going to play tough against us. They play tough against everybody we've seen them on film. But if we'll do what we're supposed to do, we'll be fine.
Well, guys, we're glad you had it. We're glad you were able to be with us here tonight. Look forward to seeing you Friday night on the field. I don't really bother you and say hello to you, but I'm always pushing on you or getting in the way trying to get a picture of somebody. I think I take about 300 every game highlights. So I'm proud of you. Team FYN Sports is proud of you. And every Friday night, Coach, thanks a lot. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
BKP here, your host. Let me run down. It's sports fans out there. Team FYN Sports, always promoting and highlighting young athletes in a positive way. 7 Quad A football, and we leave tonight. If you're following the division, Cartersville's 3-0, Pickens is 2-1, Northwest Whitfield is 3-1, Heritage is 2-1, Southeast Whitfield 2-2, Ridgeland 1-2, Lafayette 0-3, and Gilmer 0-3. That is 7 Quad A. Where our guest tonight has been quarterback and receiving coach Terry Luck, strong safety junior Tyler Bunton, junior guard and now center Dylan Stewart, sophomore wide receiver Dylan Ledford, and junior offensive tackle Dustin Brenner has been our guest tonight. Don't forget, 7:30, Huff Mosley Stadium tomorrow night, kickoff, homecoming. Be there, support the Bobcats. You've been watching Bobcats Beyond the Field. Thank you, Circuit World of East Ellijay. Come over here and tell them Fetcher News sent you. Circuit World of East Ellijay, Shane's Rib Shack, and Pepsi. And we'll see you tomorrow night on the sideline. BKP, out of here.